Yes, Miss Lynn's here for us. Anytime you walk in, she'll greet you. Let me go ahead and start my tour. I'm going to go ahead and start with the first floor. The first floor, I like to go ahead and divide it up. Half of this building is geared to students. The other half is more faculty-based. So as we come along, I'll go ahead and show you OSA, Office of Student Affairs. This is the office where we deal with all of our student concerns. We're in their affairs for all the positive reasons, not to gossip, but to understand them. So here we'll house myself, Ms. Candice Gonzalez, Ms. Kristen DeCiana, and Mr. Armando Prado. Over here, we'll go ahead and house Ms. Monica Roberts, and our Assistant Dean, Dr. Amy Diepenbrock. Shout out! Come on down. You'll see many of our different monitors throughout the building. You'll have information that's given out to our students. As we go all through the faculty offices, you'll see different poster boards. These poster boards are for our faculty mentors, and all of these different students are part of that mentorship. So the faculty will guide the students all 4 years throughout their pharmacy career here with any questions regarding pharmacy. Come on down. As you continue to see different faculty offices, you see more of those poster boards. I welcome you down to the Feik School of Pharmacy faculty row. Look to your left, look to your right. You see many offices through here. The beautiful thing about our faculty is that we have an open door policy. Keep on coming. The open door policy allows students to ask any type of questions for quizzes, exams. As we walk around, you'll see different types of pharmacy history, the career where it started from the ground up for our pharmacy. So you can come and see our beautiful different museum displays that we have in our building. More faculty offices through here. Dr. B, give us a shout out. Dr. Gottlieb, Dr. Beck, thank you so much. Come on down. We continue to see many of our different faculty offices through here. We have our dean, wonderful administrative, Ms. Chrisanne Cantu. More of our beautiful pharmacy memorabilia. And as we walk around here, this is what I love to call our dean row. Okay, we have Dr. Attridge, who's our associate dean. Dr. Ramzan-Hani is our assistant dean of pharmaceutical science. Dr. Horland is our assistant dean of pharmacy practice. And then Dr. Copeland, here's our associate dean of the experiential programs. So as I said, all of that's more faculty geared. So keep on coming. I'll show you our little library. Many of our different poster boards that our faculty and students participate in. So these are opportunities for you to be part of. Here's our beautiful little library. We like to keep it nice and quiet, so let's go ahead and stay quiet. As you see the different corrals, students are able to study here in a quiet environment. So all of our 4.0 students like to hang out here, and 4.0 students like to hang up in the breakout rooms, just depending on their personal environment. But this is quiet. Let's go out. Come on out. As we move along, we can go ahead and I'll show you our beautiful cafeteria. So come. See, our UADB formally lounge. I don't want to break the door, so there we go. So as you see, we'll go ahead and offer our students Monday through Thursday breakfast, and Monday through Friday is breakfast, and Monday through Thursday we offer lunch as well. So if a student forgot their lunch, or or their breakfast or want a quick bite, they can definitely come here and get a warm breakfast or lunch. We also offer cold options through here, and we have a place for students to sit. If they want to bring their own lunch, we do have our refrigerators and our microwaves for students to heat up their lunch. So if you brought meatloaf, heat it up. If you brought your enchiladas, you go ahead and heat it up. We also offer our students our Pharmacy Pantry, where if our students need a meal, we do have different options for them. At this moment, we need to kind of sort of fill a little bit, but this is how you'll see our different pantry that our students have here, as well as our wonderful little microwaves and our Keurigs for their coffee, breakfast, or throughout the day. Come on down. So this is our student government office, where students will go ahead and plan their semester, their year, depending on what the organization is focused on. So we have different areas for our students to definitely hang out and partake of these little areas in our building. Okay. Let's go down here. And I'm going to take you up to the lecture hall, and I'll show you at the very end the museum. Okay, come on up to our second floor. Like I said, this is more student geared. This is our dispensing room, where our students will go ahead and do IVs. They'll learn how to compound for clinics and hospitals. So it's all sterile compounding that's going on there, like eye drops, things like that. So please check it out. Let me go ahead and show you one of our lecture halls. Okay, well, let me go ahead and show you through the window real quickly. This is our lecture hall. We can easily sit 112 students. The beautiful thing is you see the podium. We have lecture capture, which will capture the lecture after the faculty has given their lecture. Roughly about 5 minutes later, goes up to the cloud, and then our students are able to retrieve it. Come on down to our breakout rooms. Our breakout rooms are a little dark in here. I believe I'll show you the other side, which will be open. But in our breakout rooms, our student will go ahead and during lecture, if faculty say break out into your breakout groups, they'll break out into these rooms, and the student will go ahead and continue to review the material. They also use these breakout rooms for study in the evening or early in the morning, and also during lunch, they'll go ahead and grab lunch and have a quick bite. And students just like to gather. Since we are a family, our students like to stay in that family concept. Come on down. Let me show you the lecture hall. Come on. Take it all in. to one of our breakout rooms. Students have whiteboards where they can go ahead and write down all their ideas. If a student's not feeling well, they can go ahead and sit here. Also turn on our TV system and listen to the lecture in this room in a more quiet zone, just in case they're not feeling well, upset stomach, headaches, anything like that. Students can come out into the breakout rooms for that. Let me go ahead and show you our compounding lab. Our pharmaceutics lab. This is where all of the compounding occurs. So students get to do capsules, pills, suppositories, lotions, creams, different types of syrups, things like that. So you can tell our lab is more quaint, smaller. So out of 100 students that we'll accept yearly, we'll go ahead and divide our labs into groups of roughly 20-25. And so a student will have a lab on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and they each have their own section, and they'll go ahead and be able to produce those different types of compounding experiments. Just to kind of sort of give you another view of our lecture hall so you can see that they're all similar. We just move our students in a cohort from P1 to P2 to P3. Let me go ahead and show you the P1 lecture hall. More of our different poster boards our students are part of. We're very proud of them. Come on into a different breakout room. Students have tons of markers, different opportunities for them to make themselves at home and be able to study in a quiet, safe environment. Here's another lecture hall. Once again, they all look very similar. They're the same concept. It's just that our students move in a cohort into different rooms per year. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and go back downstairs to show you the media room, the patient assessment lab, and the museum. Sorry. Computer lab is once again a lab, so students are 20 to 25 students at a time. This is used for more technology-based labs, and also students get to study in here. They want another quiet area, and our students have opportunities to do quizzes in here as well. So all of our different labs are very quaint. Our media room is what I like to express as our IMAX for FSOP. It's our nice little cushy couches with a huge screen. So in here we have different types of electives like the yin and the yang, women's health, veterinary pharmacy, compounding, you name it, all different kinds of concepts that are taught more in individual, smaller elective classrooms. So this is definitely a nice little classroom to come in. Our different organizations as well use it to view different films and movies and kind of sort of just enjoy their organization events. Show you the patient assessment lab. Come on down with me. In our patient assessment, our students are going to learn how to manage a patient in two different sectors. This side of the patient assessment lab is what I like to call my hospital clinic area. So if you were to walk in here, you get to see a small doctor's office. So it's an examining room for a doctor's office. And on this side, we have more of your independent community pharmacy. So students will go ahead and have the opportunity to have that concept of a brown bag whenever you get to speak to your patient as to what they're taking, when they're taking it, appropriate ways to take it. Sometimes our patients are taking their medications completely wrong. They may be taking it in the morning when it should be an evening medication, or they're taking it on an empty stomach when they should have eaten something, or something where you need to be hydrated for the medication to take full effect. So both of these settings, students learn how to manage their patients' different disease states, depending on the sector that the student's going into. Like mentioned, hospital or clinic, or independent community. Then our last stop will be the cute little museum we have. Have a lot of wonderful little artifacts in there. Come with me. Please walk on in and I'll show you around. Right here, you'll see different kinds of molds that are for suppositories, capsules, pills. You see a few little capsules in here, how things were done back in our ancient time. If you turn around right over here, you see our little system, how they used to archive their prescriptions. And they're pretty ancient. These are at the turn of the 20th century. So you see 1922 here, 1922. So these are pretty old. We have in all of our different cigar boxes, you'll see different stones and different types of roots and herbs and things like that. And that's where a pharmacist would go ahead and compound down to a powder with our wonderful mortars and pestles. And you'll see different types of mortars and pestles throughout our little museum. And that's how our pharmacists back in the day would store it in different types of containers and jars. You'll see different types of books that are recipe books that show the pharmacist how to make certain medication. Right here we have a makeshift type of concept of what a pharmacist desk would look like as they were preparing the medications, the recipe books. They're typing up the way of administering the medication. So back in the day, things weren't printed. They had to actually type it. So as you look around, you'll see different jars and bottles and mortars and pestles, and just how it would have been back at the turn of the 19th or 20th century. Yeah. One of my favorite stories that was told to me by our curator, Mr. Billy Walker, is these globes right here. You see these little globes right here? He kind of sort of says that pharmacists were the ones that invented the traffic light, because these bulbs were hung on wherever ships dock. And so if it was green, it meant that automatically you can come on board, go ahead, unload your ship. But if it was a red bulb, it meant that there was some type of epidemic going on. So here in South Texas, we suffered of cholera epidemic. So they would have bulbs like this saying, you don't want to unload here, go on to the next dock for safety precautions. So they have a lot of different types of history in our little museum that you can come and enjoy and partake of. As we move along into our lobby, you'll see our different displays, such as a life for God and a heart for others. That is what we wish to bestow to our students, that whenever they go out into the community, they serve their patients with that love and have that mutual respect. So whenever they're serving them, it's like they're serving their mom, their grandmother, grandfather, an aunt, an uncle, a sibling. So you want to treat them with that love and respect. We also have our mission and vision for our Feik School of Pharmacy right over here, what we stand for. Our vision being the Feik School of Pharmacy is a learner-centered community dedicated to advancing the quality of healthcare in diverse populations, so in all sectors of our community. And then the vision is providing innovative pharmacy education and scholarship that advances healthcare practices. As we turn around and look at our tenets, you'll see all of our 5 tenets that we stand for here at the University of the Incarnate Word: education, truth, service, faith, and innovation. So we want our students to follow in those tenets and be true to those. I hope you enjoyed this wonderful tour of our Feik School of Pharmacy. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to help out and help answer those questions. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.